really have no idea, how the regions are going to match up, except maybe, with EU and America, we're pretty even with Latif getting second place, but, Slash also just dominating with May as well. So we're pretty neck and neck with EU right now. So the question really is, how do we all fare up against the Asia regions?
That is a great question, but I would love to see a player like Nbnhmr get in over there. Good lord. Oh, that grab, I thought it was so smart, but it whiffed, and you gave Razzo another opportunity, who does now have 100% tension. Uses one for a BRC to close the gap, gets the flash kick, side switch, get dunked. That was the best use of 100% tension. You're still not dead, and then kneecapped.
Dude, Razzo did like 17 overheads. I think I counted. It was like 17 or 25.
I believe that.
Or something like that, yeah.
Somewhere between 17 and 25, and then you died. Again, risky grab from Nbnhmr. Miscalculation.
And now the corner position just goes in with the headbutt, but Nbnhmr with the chicken block into the throw. Oh, and interesting, Razzo actually Roman canceled down with Leo off of the flash kick so that he could just vite to the other side. A lot of the time you see the Leo do the flash kick into Roman cancel forward so they can get the punch overhead mix up, but Razzo just...
they just ripped up, tore down. It was crazy. And then, so I got to talk to her a little bit at Frosty and like what she's planning to do as far as like training with Umisho to get Umisho ready for Arc Revo and things like that. But she just doesn't stop, and she has been such an innovator in whatever game she chooses to play, and you can see that in her Leo game plan.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing about a lot of these players. I talk about Tempest a lot, but Tempest is, one of the best at, Grand Blue when it first came out. It was one of the best at BB Tag. Tempest.
Oh my God, Tempest.
Yeah, such a great player in so many games, which I was so happy to see Tempest, take Frosty Faustings and represent. But Nbnhmr is another one of those players that's representing at Arc Revo, as you can see right here, trying to fight back against Razzo, down one game in one round, but this round is going well for Nbnhmr right now.
Yes, going incredibly well. I don't want to say anything about this damage till I see the end of it. That's one thing about that particular overdrive, that when it finishes, you don't see the bar, so you're not sure how much it's done. Little worried for Razzo. Ooh, PRC, BRC. Dives out of it. My God, just like that. Using that wall bounce property to get such an extended combo too. You're in back turn. Little far. Oh, flash kick. Risky. Razzo did. So I understand Razzo had the tension to RC, but didn't get the opportunity.
Didn't actually get the flash kick blocked or anything like that on whiff. You can't RC it. That's the nature of DP moves. So most moves you can obviously RC on whiff, but the DPs, they will not let you do that. And here comes Nbnhmr trying to tie it up, but speaking of those DPs, there's that flash kick. Wow, you went for a meaty burst to get the gold meter? What a decision by Razzo!
Such a decision, and you know what? It worked. Oh, get dunked. I lied. It did not. I mean, actually, to be fair, it did. It did work in that situation. That charged us, though. The wind-up, it was like a goal.
Our opponents are. You know which characters to expect. And so that is what you got right there. And Unsymmetrical says in the chat, Nbnhmr is known for comebacks or ultimate destruction. Yeah, that was one of the saddest things about the matchup that he had with Latif when his controller malfunctioned.
Oh, that was so sad.
And again, a lot of people are like, just let him play it out, let him play it out. The rule is that the players don't have a choice, that the person whose controller disconnected takes the round loss, because otherwise every player is going to be pressured to always playing it out. You know what I mean? And if they lose because they played it out when they were winning and they lost momentum or whatever like that, that sucks. And so you take away that ability for them to make the decision to get boos or jeered from the crowd, and that's just how it works at that point.
Yeah, and that's why we have the rules in place and established well in advance like we do for these tournaments, because you need to have that. And I mean, I remember in Evo when there was that controller desync, you were commentating that, I believe. I can't remember what it was. It might have been Street Fighter, and I remember
Oh
how heartbreaking it
the
was.
gamer beat Momochi. Gamer beat Momochi. Yes.
It was heartbreaking, but it was what it was, and that's why we have these rules established.
Right, exactly. But here we go, Razzo, 1 round away, and just a tiny chunk left here from Razzo. But again, what did we just say about Nbnhmr? Known for these comebacks. Can he? No, there's no place to burst that combo. There's no place to burst. As soon as he got that was genius from Razzo.
I know, Marvello cooking.
And see that, I'm sad that we might not be able to see that, because I want to see if Umisho plays Mei in that match. Someone may be watching a Marvello stream. I don't know if Umisho has a stream up or anything like that, but if anybody has any intel on that, I would love to know if Umisho played Mei in that match to get that practice, because as someone else mentioned in the chat, Tai from Japan, Tai is another thing out there. I mean, that guy is ridiculous, and so he is a chip player, and so that might be what Tai decides to go with versus Umisho.
Oh boy, Razzo is just doing such a good job. Nbnhmr did so well early on, and now I feel like Razzo built the mental stack, and Razzo's about to kick the mental stack down. There is so little that Nbnhmr has been able to do, because whereas Razzo is calculatedly aggressive, Nbnhmr is a much more slower pace, has a much slower tempo in general, and does a lot of waiting. They're very patient. And so they're trying to step up that aggression now, but sometimes when you're trying to match the aggressive tempo of your opponent, when you're not used to doing it, can completely dismantle your own game plan.
Yeah, but Nbnhmr trying to stay alive here. Oh my gosh, I actually got that to juggle. Full combo, but there's that 2D from Razzo. Air dash into the full combo into the corner. Here we go. Maybe 1 or 2 mix-ups. There's one. Oh, gonna let him slump.
The slump?
What a decision.
Oh my god, just waited for that YRC. What an unbelievable turn there from Raz. What I loved about that is it was the full combo. Went into I think it was just plain old little 2K.